Let me start with a question. Have you ever wished to have a reset button to erase all the bad decisions that you made? It's like a get out of jail free card, but for the common person that doesn't know any better. What? No, not time travel! Especially with the annoyance of parallel timelines, you never know who may show up.
Are you sure about that?
But that's for another day. But seriously, who wouldn't want to wake up one day and be like, I've obtained the keys to the world! Goodbye, Dept. Goodbye, late night study hall. Goodbye. Heartbreak. Is there anything else I can serve you, sir? Oh, sure. Can I get a selection of your finest bread?
You've got to be kidding me.
What? This place is well known for the imported rolls. Plus, it comes with a hat.
I think we should see other people.
Zavodo.
The what?
Is there anything else I can serve you, sir? Excuse me, can I have a selection of your finest bread? And chicken?
What are you doing later?
That was easy.
The mistakes we make are less of a hindrance and more so a level gauge that stores the experiences and choices we make so we remember them in the future. So when we're dropped in situations that are dealt out of our control, we can access our guide and see it to the end. Which will make the next thing I say a bit off topic, but hear me out. The idea of new year, new me, is a lie! So I know this statement isn't supposed to be taken with 100% seriousness, but it's a trend. Not like how it used to be, but it warrants a look at. So let me prove my point in less than 10 minutes. I promise. So New Year's Eve is supposed to represent the coming of the new year. A fresh start in this existence we call natural life, where we can reflect on the events gone by and people we've either cut ties to or lost completely. An event where we can humble ourselves and encourage one another in love to continue striving to just live. If this is the case, how come any other time you be fake to people who matter? Obviously, I can't speak on the behalf of everyone and all mankind like I'm some kind of ambassador of the earth. But tell me honestly that you never came across anyone that you found to be the least bit shady. Take me for example. Being an introverted young boy, I forced an oath on myself to connect with people more since I tend to shelter myself within my own mind. I can't recall all the times where I was sitting in a conversation, clearly relying on key phrases to prep responses if prompted to. My response? My trusty trump card, Uno, the game of legends, breaker of friendships. If you enter my dungeon and challenge my arsenal, best believe I'm about to leave your dungeon with that master key of friendship. By the end of a few rounds, I would know at least the basic info like the colors you prefer to the shoes that you wear. Who knew that playing cards can be a simulator for examining body language? However, with these subtle changes, I can't help but feel I'm being tempted to fall back on my old ways since I program myself to the point where I do it unconsciously. Which brings me to my second point, breaking old habits. Let me take a quote from the good book. Do not conform, which means to comply with rules, standards, or laws, to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Romans 12 verse 2. This verse alone culminates the bane of my existence, because I'm just too nice to people. You know, maybe watch this now. Going back to my Uno reference, if I were to play a one-on-one match, I basically have a decked out hand at this point. A third wheel would just come in and wreck all my hopes I had of winning. With reverse after skip after drawing L's, I couldn't find a middle ground to wiggle out because, once again, I'm too nice! But that's what the world wants me to think. It's not the world itself that's at fault, but what we've been conditioning our minds to believe. Now back to the verse. Our choices dictate how we go about proceeding on this path. Not your friends, not your boo, not your family, but you. And no reset button can fix what's already broken. That's just the way it goes. So why the need for new year, new me? Simply put, it takes what we've learned it gives ourselves initiative to follow for the next time around. So don't restrict yourself on a time frame just to clock in some extra hours. Just take your time, breathe, and someday soon you'll become the star you always wanted to be. And as long as I'm here on this earth, I'll continue to do the same.